Hey guys, my name's Emerson and today we're going to be doing a summery kind of like bronzy glam makeup look, but not too glam. We're going to kind of keep it on the natural side, like kind of on the edge of like full glam, if you know what I mean. So today I've already started off with my moisturizer. I have moisturizer on, I've washed my face, and next thing I like to do is put on some Carmex because I feel like it works better than regular chapstick. And guys, please bear with me, I'm losing my voice. I'm a cheerleader and I just got back from cheer camp and we've been screaming the entire time and my voice is almost gone, so just bear with me please. I'm gonna start off with some primer next. Lately I've really been liking the combination of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and the Flower Beauty In Your Prime Illuminating Primer. So what I like to do, I start off with this stuff and I just get like a generous amount of it, about this much, which I know you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, that's so much, but it's really not that much. Like, it'll be fine. And I just put it in dots all over my face and I just kind of, I work into the skin with my fingers because my hands are clean, I promise. So I just work this into the skin. And this just really gives a really nice glow to your skin, like it makes you look so glowy and pretty and fresh. So I really like this stuff. I haven't really tried any other Flower Beauty products, but I've tried that and I really like it and I use it all the time now. After I've went in with that, I'm gonna go in with this Smashbox Photo Finish. I got a little bit too much, but I normally get like this much, a little less actually, and I'll just warm it up between my fingertips and just apply it in the places where I feel like I get a little more oily or you can see my pores a bit more. So right in here, a little bit on the chin. I do the same thing on the other side, and then sometimes I'll bring it over my nose because I get a really oily nose sometimes and I feel like this can help to control shine. And then I know it's kind of weird, like you got, like I just put on a glowy primer but it's still like glowing on the high points, although it may not be like on the insides right here, but I would definitely rather it be matte right here and you not be able to see my pores than it to be like super glowy and my pores are like really defined, if you know what I mean. So after I've done that, I'll take this. This is from Morphe. I really like Morphe sponges. I know it sounds like so stupid, but I've never tried like an actual beauty blender. I've always like got the knockoffs and I really like Morphe's the best so far out of all of them that I've tried. So I just kind of press it all into my skin. And I don't know if this is right, but it's what I do, so. And after I've done that, it really depends on what kind of a mood I'm in. I think I'm gonna start with eyes today. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna start with eyes, and today I'm gonna be using the Soft Glam palette. She has been used and abused. She's very rough, so please don't judge me, but she's been used for sure and loved. I really do enjoy that palette. I've tried it, I'd say a little more than a handful of times, and it has not let me down, so I really enjoy it. I normally like all of Anastasia's like palettes. I haven't tried the Subculture just because of the fact there's so much controversy on it and I don't really get paid a lot, so I didn't want to go spend money on something that I might not would like, if you know what I mean. So next, I already have pretty thick eyebrows, so I'll really just comb through them, and if I see any sparse areas, like I have like some stragglies on the ends right here, I'll just fill them in a bit because I don't like my eyebrows to be too harsh normally, because I used to do a very harsh eyebrow and no one told me how harsh it was, so I never really knew. But I just normally extend my tail out. Sorry, I'm covering my face. I just extend the tail out just a little bit. And I'm gonna go finish my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, and what I have filled in my brows off camera, and after I've filled in my brows, sorry, I had to reach for my palette. What I like to do next normally is just carve them out just a little bit. I don't want it to be too harsh or dramatic just because I don't really like the dramatic eyebrow look that much. I think it just looks kind of weird and not as natural, obviously, because it's a dramatic eyebrow. But I just put a little bit of concealer. The concealer I'm putting on the back of my hand to put in my eyebrows is the, hold on, let me reach for it, It's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in shade C11. So that's what I like to carve my eyebrows out with and prime my eyelids just a little bit though. Next, I'm gonna prime my eyelids with this stuff, and this is just a really cheap brush. You could probably get off Amazon or something. I have had it for years, literally, like, it was whenever I started doing makeup. I've had it since then. So I'm just gonna prime my eyelids. Just take a little bit of concealer because I don't feel like it's necessary for me anyways. This is just personal to put that much concealer on my eyelids. I think because I don't really use I prefer concealer over a shadow primer. So I'm gonna move on to eyes. Like I said, using the Soft Glam palette by ADH. I'm gonna start off with the shade Burnt Orange, which is this burnt orange looking shade right here. And I'm just gonna use that kind of as a transition shade. And no, most of the time I don't set my eyelids because I feel like the shadows show up better without setting them. So I'm just gonna go in with this brush. This came in one of the Morphe brush kits. It comes in the really pretty gold bag. It's really affordable, so I would definitely recommend, and they're really nice brushes. I like them. So I just hold it at the tail of the brush, because if you hold it at the tail, that's the less pressure you're putting on your eye, and you're just wanting to sweep, you're not wanting to pack, if you know what I mean. So I just I hold it at the end, kind of like a pencil. And just doing the same thing on the other eye. Because some people like to go like do one eye at a time and then do the other one, but honestly my memory is so bad that I can't remember which steps I did if I don't do them at the same time. So I'm going back in with Burnt Orange on the other eye, and we're just gonna apply it as well. Okay, so I now have my transition shade all blended onto my lids. I'm trying to decide if I want to like get another shade and keep building it up, because I have really been into that lately. I'm thinking maybe we might go into another eyeshadow palette. So bear with me. Just let me go get my other palette. Okay, I think we're gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, if you can see it. With the Jaclyn Hill palette as well as the Soft Glam. So we're gonna take this Jaclyn palette, and which I'm actually really looking forward to the new launch. I don't know if anyone else is, but I am, because I love Jaclyn. Like, I've always supported her. I think she's so sweet, and her and what's his name, John Hill went through a really rough patch, and I just think she's so strong, and I really love her. So I'll definitely probably be buying her new launch just to support her. But we're gonna go in with that palette, and we're gonna go in with the shade, let's see. We're gonna go in with this shade, which I think is called Pukey. And please don't mind my palette again, this one has been loved. But this is called shade Pukey, and this is what we're gonna go in with. Just right over top of that first shade that we used called Burnt Orange from the ABH palette, just to keep building up that transition. And I'm gonna try to keep this simple and only use 2 palettes. But of course you don't have to use 2 palettes. I'm sure you can achieve this look with just 1 palette if you really aren't difficult like I am. So just go in with I'm going in with the Pukey now, right over top of that Burnt Orange with the same brush. It's a very fluffy blending brush, so. And I'm just gonna put it kind of on the outer edge and kind of just bring it into the center and make sure I'm getting it on that inner part of the eye as well. And again, holding at the end of the brush so I'm not pressing down as hard, and it gets more of a blown out effect. But again, I'm taking this lower than the original transition because this is where it starts to deepen up a bit. I go back in with some more Pukey and just kind of keep that more controlled. I've got this eye on. If you can't tell, they're a little bit different. They're very close to this color of my skin, but let me just move you guys a little bit closer again. Okay, I moved you guys a bit closer just so you can see everything a little bit better. I'm gonna go in with that Pukey shade on my other eye now, with that same fluffy blending brush that we've been using. And I'm just blending that in. Sorry you guys can't see my face. I'm just blending that in really good to get that really nice blown out effect. The gradient going from one color to the next. You can make sure that you're really packing it in on the inner part as well. But comment some things that you guys would like to see from me. Of course, it's my first video, and hopefully I'll continue doing this if all goes well and people like the stuff that I'm putting out, then hopefully I'll keep on doing it. But comment some other stuff that you guys would like to see me do if you guys want to see me do anything. But yeah, I'll definitely look into it, and I have time, I'm sure, so I will definitely try to do whatever you guys want, and you know, just try to keep getting better. And I'm sorry if I'm awkward. If I'm being like awkward in front of the camera. I'm not normally in front of a camera, obviously, because I don't really do this, but we're just gonna keep on with the eye look and keep it moving. So it's not like an hour-long video. So I'm gonna go in with this very fluffy brush. It's a little, I think it's stained because it's clean. I think it's stained from blue eyeshadow that I've used before. But I'm just gonna go in with like a bit of a, actually let's use a different brush, maybe not this. Hold on, let me get a different brush. Okay, we're gonna go in with this brush instead. It's a very like pointed brush. It's a bit stained, but it's fine. We're gonna go in with the shade. Since we're gonna do like a bronzy look, I think we should go in with the shade. Maybe this shade called Rustic right here. Is that Rustic? Yeah, Rustic. And then we'll go back in and like put maybe a little bit of sienna if I'm feeling it, and we'll keep deepening it up as we go. Okay, I'm gonna take that shade Rustic and I'm just gonna pack it on the outer corner, and then we'll buff it out with the blending brush. So we're just wanting to keep this light and bronzy. Okay, so I've got that packed on. That's obviously not blended. So we're gonna go in with that original brush that we were using that has the transition shades on it, and I really like to do this because I feel like it just makes it look seamless and blown out. We're just gonna take this and like do little tiny, like barely touching the eye. And if you see right there, it'll just help to define that crease just a little bit. Okay, I'm back and I have this all blended in. Sorry, I saw a car go by and I was sorry. I have this all blended in. And next, I think we're just gonna deepen it up just a little tiny bit more. And we're gonna go in with the shade right here this is called Cypress Umber. I think that's how you say it. And I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, you can correct me. But this is Cypress Umber, and that's the shade that we're gonna be going into next. So again, I'm gonna get a different brush real quick. Okay, I'm back with this brush, and this is just kind of like, it's a little bit flat, but it's a blending brush, and it's thick, it has very thick bristles, but it's kind of wispy at the top. So I'm just gonna go in with that Cypress Umber shade, like I said before. And I'm gonna dip this brush into there, and really I go in, like I'm gonna go in, and I'm just gonna pack that on that very outer edge just to deepen it up just a bit more, and I'm keeping it even lower than the shade I did before. And then I'm gonna go back in with the same exact brush that I used before with my transition shade, and I'm just gonna barely buff out those edges. If you guys want me to do like something like a Q&A or something like, excuse me, like to get to know me better or something, then we can do that, or we can do more makeup videos. We can do like a fall makeup video because I know fall's going up, maybe like a natural glam, back to school glam, just something light that you could wear to school. or whatever you guys are wanting to do. Sorry, I keep covering up my face. But we could do whatever, or I could do whatever, you know what I mean. I can do whatever. And you guys, if you just tell me, then I'll do it, of course. I'm going in with this clean stain brush and just going over this. I think this is key to like have like a seamless blend, like have a clean brush handy to just blend in any edges. So you're not adding more product, you're just kind of, I wouldn't say moving it around, but like buffing it out just to give it a more smooth finish. Okay, I think that's all for the matte shadows. I think next maybe we're gonna go into the shade Bronze in here because it's only fitting. If you guys can see it, can you see that? It's the shade Bronze. And we're gonna go in with the shade Bronze in here. Okay, so I'm gonna take just like a flat packing brush. I'll probably use the same one that I use for concealer, and I'm just gonna kind of pat these because these are very like you have to be very careful with these because they're packed very like softly, if you know what that means. If you know what I mean whenever I say that. Like it's not packed hard, like it's packed softly. And they're very like easy to like mess up, if you know what I mean. And I'm just gonna kind of create like a cut crease shape. And if you guys want a tutorial on like a cut crease, which I would normally do concealer, but I don't want it to be like super sharp cut crease. Just like a kind of cut crease, which sounds like really weird, but that's what I'm going for. I don't know. I think I would call it like a foil shimmer. Maybe more of a shimmer than a foil, but like it's definitely like on the verge of being like a foil shadow. I'm gonna go back in with it and spray my brush with a bit more MAC Fix Plus. And I like the scented one. I'm using this coconut scented one because I really like it. So I'm just gonna spritz that real quick, give it a quick spritz, just to dampen my brush a little bit, and it just makes it a bit easier for me anyways to apply. And I'm gonna mess this up just a little bit, like make it a little bit messy, just so it's not like perfect, you know what I mean? Or so it doesn't look like I tried to make it perfect and it didn't end up that way, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna kind of blend this out with my finger, keeping it in the area that I want it in. And it should look something like that. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. I'll let you guys get a good close-up look of it, and you guys will definitely get a better look later. But I've done that to my lid. I'm not gonna do mascara or lashes because that's literally like what I like to do, like second to last or like third to last, like next to like lips and setting spray. But now we're gonna start on my foundation. And lately I've really been liking, just because it's so hard for me to find my summer shade. And this is my summer shade, and it's very affordable. It's the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and I've had this forever and I love this stuff. I like it a lot better than the matte and poreless because I feel like the matte and poreless always just, it sounds like really weird, but like it always breaks up around my smile lines, and I smile a lot. So, and this one doesn't. Even though I tend to be more oily in my nose area, I still find that this works better, which it sounds weird, it's supposed to be dewy, but it helps control my oil better than the matte one does. The matte one just makes me look crazy by the end of the day, and I don't really enjoy it that much. I like this one a lot better. So what I like to do, which not a lot of people do this, but I saw this hack on like an article online, which sounds like so weird. I read a lot of articles, but I'm just gonna shake this up real quick. But I found this on an article online, and people like you mix your primer in with your foundation. Even though I've already primed, I still enjoy doing it. I'm not gonna do it today just because of the fact that I don't really feel like it, and I'm probably not gonna be wearing this all day. So I'm gonna go back in. My sponge has gone a little bit dry. I put that foundation on the back of my hand. I'm gonna spray my sponge just a little bit with some Fix Plus, which you can always do instead of re-wetting your beauty blender if you're lazy like I am. I'm just gonna pat this on and really get it going into my skin, and I find that this is like a really nice summer shade match, especially once I do concealer and everything. It all just kind of comes together. So I'm gonna blend this in. I don't know if you guys could hear my fan the whole video, but I just turned it off because I just not thought about it, and I was like, they might be able to hear that, so I turned it off for you guys. But I'm just gonna blend this in, and I will be right back, okay? my cartilage piercing, but it's been bothering me lately, so I have not put it in. I'm gonna find my concealer real quick, and then we're gonna jump into that. And, you know. Oh, and by the way, my foundation was the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in the shade 330, for all of you guys out there wondering. And I'm gonna get my concealer real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, what I like to do with my concealer situation, I used the Makeup Revolution and the Tarte Shape Tape. They're in 2 different shades. This one is a lot closer to my skin color, so I really enjoy this, especially on a day that I want to go natural, but I don't want to wear that much makeup, if you know what I mean. But today we're doing like kind of a bronzy glam. That's what we're doing, a bronzy glam look. So I'm gonna do a little bit right here on my chin, just because I have like the butt shaped chin, and I want to kind of bring that dip out just so it looks a little bit more round and perfected, if you know what I mean. And then we're gonna do right here on the cupid's bow, and then we're gonna do the tip of the nose, the bridge right there, and just ever so slightly on the forehead. And we'll blend that out, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I have blended in that concealer. And on top of that, see, it already has done like a really good job of like evening things out, highlighting ever so slightly, just a little bit. So I like to use this concealer on days that I'm not really wearing that much makeup, just because it's like, it does crease on me a little bit, but only if I don't set it with powder. So I always set it with powder, which we will get to. But I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium, just to highlight just a little bit, because I don't like it to be too dramatic. And this stuff, I don't really like the way it smells, honestly. Like, I feel like that's not something that really gets talked about, and maybe it's just me that doesn't like the smell, but I don't like the smell. I think it smells weird. So we're just gonna do like that, and that, a little bit right here, and just 2 dots right there. Just a little bit. I really don't think you need a lot of this stuff. A lot of people tend to go over the top with it, which I think it looks great if you want to do that, but I'm just not that person. Like, I'm comfortable with my skin, and I don't really want to wear that much concealer, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to blend this in, and I'll be right back. I'm back, and I blended out all that Tarte Shape Tape. As you can see, it's added a lot of definition. It's brightened. I look very wet right now. So we're going to go in with some setting powder. Currently, I've been into the Laura Mercier. I normally love my Coty Airspun, but for some reason, the scent is just so strong. Sometimes I can't handle it, and today's one of those days where I just cannot handle the scent. So we're going to go with this Laura Mercier. I dumped a little bit out on the lid. Right there. And we're gonna blend out these creases real quick, because we don't want to set a crease, because once you set something, it's very hard to undo what you've done. And we're just gonna dip the sponge into the powder and set those areas before they crease again. I'm gonna go in with this Hoola bronzer, and we're gonna bronze up the skin just a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with this brush by Wet n Wild. I think it's from the Fergie collection. I like this brush. It's not bad. It gets the job done. So I'm gonna dip this in there. Lord, it's dusty. And I'm gonna pat off the excess, and I'm just gonna chisel my cheeks out just ever so slightly. And then we'll go in later and make it more bronzy instead of like contour. So we can use this as a bronzer and a contour. Just keep that in mind whenever you're using products. You can always like multi-use, if you know what I mean. So we're just gonna bronze up the skin really quick. This in the hollow of my cheek. And we're just gonna do a little bit on the temples and the forehead, just to kind of reduce the size of the forehead. Even though I don't feel like I have a big forehead, I don't think, anyways. I think I have a pretty average sized forehead. Like, I don't think it's big, I don't think it's small, I think it's normal. And like I said, chisel out those and do the Kim Kardashian trick, of course. And go down and do the 3, and I like to chisel out my chin just a little bit. We're just gonna go one sweep over, and make sure you blend out everything, because you don't want any harsh lines, I promise you that. And then we're gonna go back in with this translucent powder, And we're gonna carve out the cheeks down here, just to make it a bit less messy. I'm gonna go in with, I have this brush, let me find this brush and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this brush from e.l.f. and it's like a big powder brush. And I'm gonna really dip it into here. I'm gonna go in, you can't really see it because it's the same color as the brush, but we're gonna go up here, start up here at the top always. And we're just gonna kind of bronze instead of so much of the contour. This is less specified and it's more of a messy, if you know what I mean. And we're just gonna do that. And see, it just gives that smooth look. And then we'll go right back in over top of that if I got a little bit too excited, which I did. And we're gonna just sculpt those cheekbones back out, because you don't want contour all the way down here or else it's gonna look messy and not as good. So after we've done that, we're gonna let all this bake just for a few more minutes. I'm gonna go in with a very pretty highlighter on over top of this gold. I'll be right back. And we're gonna get to that. We're gonna go in with this Fenty Beauty highlighter. I actually got this as a birthday gift for my recent birthday from my friend. She's so sweet, I love her. And we're gonna go in with the shade Trophy Wife, and we're gonna go right over top of this and just help to make it pop more. Actually, should we do that or should we put this in the inner corner? Oh, let's see. Maybe we can do a little bit of both. So we're gonna go back in with that brush that we used originally and just kind of pat some of this product on and just go right over top of this. Oh yeah, that's so pretty, I love it. I'm gonna go in with those other shadows and we're gonna just put some on the lower lash line just to really make everything look more blown out and pretty. So we're gonna go in with this brush. It has a lot of dark shades on it right now, but we're gonna go in with this brush that we used earlier and we're gonna go in with burnt orange first. And I really just like to build up these colors. Sorry, I'm using natural sunlight right now, so if it starts to get a little bit dark in here, I'm sorry, but that's just how it's gonna go. So I'm just gonna buff this out on the lower lash line and connecting it to the outer, just to make it look better than it would. Okay, I've blown out that lower lash line, and I've got a little excited right here, so what I'm gonna do to just fix that small error is go in with this Beauty Blender and a little bit of powder, and as you can see, just stamp right over it and it'll erase that mistake. Okay, now we're gonna go in and we're gonna contour my nose, and then after that, I go in with this powder and I just clean that up. Like that. I look crazy right now, but I promise you, trust the process. It will come out great, I swear. I'll just do it right there on the tip. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is turn on these lights around me because the sun is starting to act up. It's getting very stormy around here, so I'll be right back whenever I do that. I'm back. I turned on those lights behind me just to make everything look a little bit better, and we've done, let's see what's next. We're gonna kick off this bake real quick with just this brush from Tarte. It's actually like a dual-ended brush, which I really like. That's why I bought it in the first place. But if you can't see, it has this little hole down here, and it has actually like a really cute beauty sponge that comes in, and it's detachable. But I took it out just because I don't use it. I just use this brush. So I'm gonna go in with my mirror, and I'm gonna go in with this brush and kick off all the powder around my face. Cause you know that we don't want that. Okay, as I was saying, I'm gonna go in with this blush from Too Faced. And I'm gonna just use, I know this is probably like really cringy and a lot of people don't do this, but I do because I just don't buy a lot of makeup brushes because for some reason I would rather have a new palette than new brushes, which makes no sense. But I swear, I'm gonna get into a good routine of buying more brushes. So I go in with blush. I go in, make sure it's coated, tap off the excess, and then I smile. And I just make my cheeks look really rosy, and I promise I'll blend that out. Just give me a moment. I love my cheeks to look rosy. And I probably shouldn't have done that since we're going for a bronzy look, but we'll tone it down with this bronzer brush. And then we'll take this brush that we kicked. This is called veiling. I learned this from watching Jeffree Star's videos. and Lipstick Nick does it to him, so it's called Failing. And I feel like that just gives like such a nice tint to your cheeks. Makes it look so pretty, I think. Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna go in with the highlighter. I'm debating on if I want to use this as my actual highlight. What do you guys think? I think we should. So let me find my highlight brush and then I'll be right back. I don't normally use a fan brush for my highlighter, but we're gonna use a fan brush today just because I can't find my other brush that I really enjoy. So we're just gonna dip it in because like I said, you can add, but it's hard to take away. So we're just gonna, I learned this trick off of a whole bunch of beauty gurus. If you go a little too hard with that, then you just take your sponge and dab it over. And it just kind of tones it down a bit. We're gonna go over top of this with another highlighter just because for me, the Fenty is just a little bit too glittery. So we're gonna go in with another highlighter. I really like this one from Stila, however you want to say it. I think it's fine. It's from Stila. Okay, I'm back. Sorry guys, my camera literally died in the middle of me filming. But I think I was saying something about the Stila highlighter. I have to find it because I'm not sure where I put it. Oh, here it is. So I'm gonna go with the Stila highlighter instead. So sometimes I use a brush, but currently I've been into like using my beauty sponge, so I just kind of rub it in here and get a lot of product on there, and I just stamp it onto the skin. And that's just kind of gonna give like a duochrome silver and gold, like if you know what I mean, like highlight, and it's gonna look very pretty. So I'm gonna stamp that in. And then like that, it's gonna look something like that. And then if I feel like I need to, I'm gonna go back over with the brush, which I do feel like I need to, just to bring some gold back. And we will tone this down. I know I'm looking a little glow crazy, but we'll take this part and just kind of blend it in and tone it down just a little. So I'm gonna go with my finger for my nose because we've just contoured our nose, so we don't want to ruin the illusion that we have like a really skinny nose. So I go with my finger, your ring finger, because your ring finger is actually your most gentle finger. Fun fact if you didn't know. And I'm gonna just dab it on the tip of my nose like that. And then I'm just gonna do that. And put it a little bit on the dip just to bring it a little more forward. And then I'll go with my middle finger and then blend that out, and then go back over with the tip of my finger, with this finger if I need to. And I'll do just the tiniest bit on my chin. Now after we've done all that, we've went in with so many powders. We're gonna go in with the our Max Fix Plus and just spray our entire face because we don't want to look too dry, if you know what I mean. And this will just kind of melt all the powders together. Okay. And we're just gonna fan ourselves dry. I'm not bougie, I don't have like a fan, so we're just gonna fan ourselves dry real quickly. Just do a quick coat of mascara. Applied to the top. I'm gonna wait to apply to the bottom just because I'm weird and I like to do everything out of order for some reason. Okay, I'm back with all of my supplies. I feel like I'm like cooking in the kitchen, like my makeup supplies. And I'm back with my lashes. I'm using just the Ardell Wispies because, I mean, I like them. They have a thin band, they're comfortable, and I don't really order a lot of stuff offline, so I can just go to my local Ulta store and pick these up, or Walgreens or wherever. So this is normally what I wear, but I do like Tarte's eyelashes, and I like them in the, but I do like Tarte's eyelashes, and I like them in the style Goddess, and I think those are very pretty and wispy. But first, before I go in with the eyelashes, I'm gonna go in with a stick liner. This is the Master Kaja. I do like the Marc Jacobs stick liners, but today I'm gonna use this just because it glides on a lot better, and I just like using this, and it was the first thing I saw, so we're just gonna do this. Really pretty and blown out and smoky. And after we've done that, we're gonna go back in with, I'm going to keep this up here, with the shade Bronze in there that we used all over in that half kind of cut crease moment, and we're gonna just put that in the inner corner and kind of bring it down to the lower lash line. Sorry, I keep covering my face, just to keep everything a bit more uniform, like so. Very pretty so far. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, but we're gonna go in with these Ardell Wispies, which I put them back in the pack. I buy this 5-pack just because it's cheaper, and obviously I put the lid back on it just to preserve them. And I find that I can only normally wear these 3 or 4 times, but that's just personal. I'm sure you can wear them however many times you want, but it's not like I don't wear false lashes every day anyway, so it doesn't really bother me to only wear them 3 or 4 times, you know. Only wear them for like makeup looks like this, or if I'm going out to dinner sometimes. And this is the, hold on, I'll tell you guys which glue this is after I apply it. This is the Duo glue. I guess that's it, and I have it in the dark one just because I don't like the light shade. I don't know if any of you guys watch Tana Mojo, but you'll know why I don't like the light shade if you watch her channel. I just really don't like the light. Even though it says it dries clear, it doesn't dry clear to me. It doesn't look clear to me. That's not clear. It looks white to me. So after I've let this dry for about 30 seconds to a minute, let it get tacky, I'm gonna just apply it. Sometimes I'll use tweezers, sometimes I won't. Right now I can't find tweezers, so I'm not gonna use tweezers. But if I can find them, I'll use them. If I can't find them, I'm perfectly fine just using my fingers. But we're just gonna apply that. And if you guys want a tutorial, like more in-depth tutorial on how to apply false eyelashes, let me know, and I'll definitely look into doing one of those for you guys. So I'll be right back after I pop these bad boys on. Okay, I'm back, and I have on a lipstick. This is actually from Smashbox in the shade Audition, so I really like this. I think this turned out really pretty. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching my first video. Hopefully there will be a lot more to come, but thank you for watching.